Welcome to the Libertas video workshop. Today we have a quick update on our Ezio Gray costume. Now, this is our running series on how we are improving this Ezio costume. So today I received my second prototype of the Ezio Hidden Blade from Assassin's Creed 2. Now this is a 3D model that I made in Blender and printed from Shapeways. So today we're going to take a quick look at what the model looks like, see if there's anything that needs to be improved, and then go about either fixing those things or assembling the entire product. We have all the pieces that come with the prop. You have your main housing, you have your second tier, and you got your third tier, which is the blade. You also have your back safety lock to prevent all the material from falling out the back. And then you also have your front blade housing that is attached to the blade locks for the second tier. So the back blade lock was definitely gummed up a little bit more on this print. It's just one of the downsides of 3D printing is sometimes a little extra material builds up. My first prototype, it was no issue whatsoever, and this time it was just a little bit more snug. So just going through and making sure it works. It still does, and I'm fine with that, but it just demonstrates that sometimes there can be that little extra friction built up based on the printing each time. A quick look at the details. Of course, there's not a lot of reference material out there. A lot of this is just artistic interpretation and stylization, so I'm not aiming to be 100% accurate, and I'm actually still really happy with how it turned out. These paperclip holes are supposed to be 1 millimeter in diameter, but of course, being that small, that can pose an issue with the 3D printing, and sometimes they get filled in, so you just have to clear them out. Definitely clear these holes out a lot easier with a Dremel. However, I don't have that on hand. All I have is this 1 millimeter flathead screwdriver, and so I've been using that to clear out the holes. It takes a little extra time, but it does the trick. On that same note, you want to be really careful when you're clearing out the hinge holes on the inside. They're also 1 millimeter thick. You're just going to be very careful. On my initial 3D print, I had made them way too thin. They were already broken when they had arrived. That's no fault to Shapeways whatsoever. It was just a flaw in my design, so that was one of the things I had to improve upon for this secondary prototype. But now they seem to be working out pretty well, but of course, just be really careful with those. And once it was all test assembled, I got this thing working. Of course, you can tell here the friction, that extra buildup with the 3D printing. It just makes it a little bit more slow to work with, a little bit more gummed up than you'd like it to be. So you just gotta work it. You gotta either, continue to run the blade in and out of the housing, or you can sand some stuff down, and the final process would be, of course, running it underwater to get rid of a lot of that printed material. But after you've done a little bit of that extra work, this thing seems to work out really well, so I'm happy with that. Of course, scale is a big thing on this prop. One of the things I'm so disappointed about with the official Hidden Blade replicas is that they tend to be too small. That's the one thing I wanted to do with this, is try to make it as accurate to the Hidden Blades that you do see in Assassin's Creed 2, and Ezio has some pretty massive Hidden Blades. The final thing would be the rubber bands and how you attach them to this Hidden Blade. I'm just testing them out to make sure that they work out fine. They worked fine in the initial prototype, so I wasn't too concerned here. However, if you are a fan of these 3D printed Hidden Blades, you may see that this is highly inspired by the Amun-Ra Hidden Blade gravity design. Amun-Ra has done an amazing job with a lot of Hidden Blades, so definitely check him out. I'll put a link in the description below towards some of his creations. He's already got some stuff out there, so if you're looking for like an Ezio Hidden Blade from Brotherhood or even Revelation, he's got them. So they're already out there, available for sale. So big kudos out to him though. If I wasn't able to take some inspiration from his design, this certainly wouldn't be where it is right now. And that's going to do it for this quick look at the prototype of the Ezio Hidden Blade from Assassin's Creed 2. Really happy with how this is turning out. Next few steps are just working on some of the functionality, just making sure everything works nice and smooth. Then I'm going to paint it, and it should be good to go. So keep your eyes peeled for the next Libertas video.